Hello everyone. Today, I will be presenting how AI ERP SDN BHD transforms its business operations by implementing an enterprise resource planning or ERP system. AI ERP SDN BHD is an expanding Malaysia-based company that specializes in designing and manufacturing high-quality protective equipment such as helmets, gloves, and reflective safety vests. With the rising customer demand in Southeast Asia, the company faces challenges of handling greater number of sales transactions, more raw materials, and complex production schedules. In order to be competitive and satisfy their customers, AI ERP SDN BHD makes a decision to replace its existing business processes with a complete ERP solution. Prior to the implementation of ERP, the company extensively used email communication and spreadsheets to track sales activities. Moreover, quotations and orders from customers were processed separately by sales reps with no access to actual inventory or production information. Thus, orders were made when there were not enough materials in the warehouse or capacity to produce them. Warehouse employees realized the shortages of inventory when customer orders were already processed. Coordination of manufacturing process was complicated due to the fact that information was located in different departments. All these factors caused delays in delivery, shipment mistakes, overstocking in terms of some materials and lack of inventory in terms of others, increased costs, and dissatisfied customers. Therefore, it became obvious that the company needed a centralized solution that able to connect all departments into one system. To address these issues, AI ERP SDN BHD used an enterprise resource planning system. Rather than each department having their own databases, ERP keeps all company data in one central database. The three modules that have been used are sales management, material management, and production planning. As all the modules are using and sharing the same data, the data inputted by any department is instantly accessible to other departments. This ensures quick decision-making, eliminates human error, facilitates communication, and gives full transparency into inventory, purchasing, production, and orders. ERP business process starts from forecasting and sales and operations planning, also referred to as SOP. Management analyzes past sales data, present market situation, seasonal demands, and buying habits of the customers to project demand in the future. As there will be an increase in the construction industry in the upcoming quarter, it is predicted that there will be a considerable increase in the orders of safety helmets. Based on this forecast, the sales, procurement, finance, and manufacturing departments work together to create a practical business plan. They make plans about production, materials needed, budget allocations, and manufacturing capabilities to meet future demands of the customers. This planning phase lays a strong base for all ERP processes in the future. Following the completion of the forecasting process, the ERP system enters the stage of demand management. Here, the actual customer orders and the predicted demand are analyzed in order to find out the total demand for production in the organization. Soon after, a construction company from Johor makes an order for 2,000 safety helmets. The ERP system captures the customer details, validates the product details, and cross-checks the order with the already existing forecast. Given that the current order is in line with the previous sales forecast, the ERP system is able to ascertain that planning and manufacturing can commence with certainty. The validated customer demand serves as the main data entry point for the master production scheduling process. Now that the demand for goods has been established, the sales management module handles the task. The sales representative gets the order of 2,000 safety helmets from the Johor construction firm. With the help of the ERP system, the quotation prepared in advance can be turned into a sales order through a simple click on the mouse button. Thus, there will be no double entries and no chance of human error. The ERP system instantly reviews the company's inventory database, identifying that there are only 500 helmets in stock in the warehouse. The system does not reject the order or give any incorrect information but, rather, instantly calculates that 1,500 more helmets should be produced. Furthermore, it calculates the manufacturing lead time and creates a delivery schedule. As a result, the automated confirmation of the order is sent to the client, who is now aware of the delivery date of their goods. Once the sales order has been confirmed, the ERP system goes through the master production scheduling process. It is also referred to as MPS. The objective of MPS is to decide the time for starting the production process and the quantity of items to produce. The ERP system will evaluate the current production capabilities, availability of machines, scheduling of staff, and any production promises made. Taking into account the customer order and inventory in stock, the system plans to manufacture an extra 1,500 safety helmets. It calculates the ideal production time while ensuring that deadlines of customers are not overlooked. Through this automated process of balancing customers' requirements and factory capabilities, ERP ensures no production delays, machine stress, or unnecessary costs due to overtime work. After the production schedule is settled, the ERP system executes Material Requirements Planning, which is often known as MRP. Material Requirements Planning uses Bill of Materials, BOM, which determines the exact raw materials required for manufacturing the extra helmets. In this particular case, the manufacturing process needs materials like ABS plastic, foam padding, straps, buckles, and packaging materials. ERP system analyzes the material needs against the available stock level. The ERP system finds that there is availability of only 300 kilograms of ABS plastic, whereas 800 kilograms are required for the manufacturing process. ERP system, without depending on manual calculation, automatically determines the deficiency and prepares a purchase requisition for the remaining 500 kilograms. This helps in avoiding any delay in the production process due to deficiency of raw materials. The purchase requisition that has been created through the MRP is sent straight to the material management subsystem. The purchase order is prepared by the purchasing department from the request, which will be issued to the vendor. Since the data such as suppliers' names, prices, delivery time are already entered into the ERP system, the whole purchasing process will become much quicker and more efficient. Several days later, the supplier will deliver ABS plastic to the warehouse. The goods receipt process will be performed by the employees of the warehouse via ERP system, which will automatically enter the amount of the received material and initiate a quality control procedure. Since enough raw materials are now available, the production department gets the information that manufacturing can start. Having confirmed both customer demand and raw material, the ERP system then moves to the production planning module. Here, an automatic production order is created for 1,500 safety helmets. With the help of the bill of materials and routing data, the ERP system assigns the needed raw materials at each stage of production. Work is scheduled for all available machines, and production jobs are assigned to workers in the factory based on machine and labor availability. Updates about the progress of production are entered by workers in real time using tablet computers on the factory floor. Managers get real-time updates about the status of production, can quickly spot any delays, and take necessary action. It is through such efficient monitoring of production that I22023042 is able to maintain its production efficiency and keep customer demands on schedule. After releasing the production order, manufacturing operations commence at the production facility. Operators get the needed materials from the warehouse and start assembling the 1,500 helmets. The entire manufacturing process is done following the predefined routing and BOM that is present in the ERP system. Thus, all helmets will be manufactured in the same way and according to the company's quality standards. The whole manufacturing process takes place using tablets. The operator updates the current work status by using a tablet. Every completed manufacturing step is recorded in the ERP system and allows supervisors/managers to observe the process from afar with the help of live dashboards provided by the system. If the machine stops working suddenly or there are some delays in production, the ERP system highlights such problems instantly. Therefore, managers will be able to hire extra employees or change the schedule/machine usage priorities in order to avoid any delays. Once the production process is over, the safety helmets are moved to the warehouse where they will be inspected and packed. The ERP system updates the inventory system as well as verifies that the customer's order is ready for shipment. The warehouse employees pack the shipment while the logistics department schedules the delivery according to the delivery date, communicated by the sales management module. Delivery documents and shipping details are automatically created using the ERP system. Thus, there will be less paperwork as well as the elimination of human errors. The shipment is shipped to the construction firm in Johor. All departments have used the same information. As a result, the customer receives the right amount of products according to the delivery date. Having successfully received the safety helmets, the ERP system moves to the last stage of the business process, called order settlement. In this stage, the ERP system automatically creates the invoice for the customer using the completed sales order and delivery volume. After the customer pays, the transaction is recorded in the ERP system by the finance department. While this is happening, the sales order becomes closed, the inventory becomes closed, production costs are computed, and the financial statements become up to date, since all the departments have access to the same centralized ERP database. The successful completion of the client's order will mark the end of the ERP process. During the entire simulation, the activities of AI ERP SDN BHD have illustrated how sales management, material management, and production planning can work in tandem through the ERP process. The ERP allows the company to function more efficiently and enables it to provide its products to its clients in time. That is all of the structures and processes. Thank you for watching.